What's up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of our interviews. Here I'm today with
Aventon
and Flack from 20kBrokeland.
And where are you guys from?
from Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Buffalo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Okay.
Same place.
Yeah.
How'd y'all meet?
It's a series of contentions. We've known each other since probably like elementary school, but
Yeah.
we ain't really start talking until maybe middle school. Yeah,
So yeah, we basically like grew up
We
together.
we're brothers. We're brothers.
Okay. Like same neighborhood or just like school?
Just school.
Yeah.
Like, I was in his house all the time.
Yeah,
he was in my
basically.
house all the time. Like we go way back.
Okay. And you guys make music, right? Like what genre?
Oh, so we make hip hop. We're making rap.
Yeah,
rap music.
Rap music.
Okay, you make beats or you just stick to the music or you do
So,
mixing?
We actually have like a interesting dynamic with it.
Okay.
So when we introduce ourselves, Aventon and Flat, we got a collective basically that we work with. It's 20kBrokeland. So there's 2 artists in it, and then there's 2 producers in it. So the producers make the beats for us. It's in-house, and then we also have the artists that get on to the beats.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also our producers, our homie Josh, who we also grew up with, and
Yeah.
his cousin, who's based in Michigan, but comes down a bunch. But so it's all it's a family dynamic, but we're always trying to expand and like talk to other independent artists and whatnot,
Yeah.
and big artists if they want to link.
Yeah. If any big artists looking at this, hit them up.
Yes, please.
I would say, what's your recording style? Do you go to a studio or you just chilling at the crib?
Mainly at the crib. So like we have like a home studio set up.
Okay.
We started getting that together probably immediately because I don't even think we didn't even think of like going to a big studio.
Because we were like, I'm very much an input versus output guy.
Yeah.
And at that time, when we first started music, like we're all around the age 23, 22. We started thinking about making music seriously at 19. Like we had jobs, but like we was getting paid like nothing, right? So like, how am I gonna get studio time? Well, we started doing some research and realized, like, oh, we can build sound panels.
Exactly.
We do need to put some money out for like an audio box and a mic, but like,
Right.
we can do most of this on our own
Yeah,
if we
there's
amortize it
enough of
out.
us.
Yeah, and like I was saying, there's enough of us to make it work.
Yeah. It's not like breaking the bank. Like I can understand how like buying some of this expensive equipment, like getting a good quality mic, good quality like audio box and stuff might like get for one person, but we're splitting it between like 6 people, so it's not even that crazy.
Yeah.
All right, what's your setup like? Have you guys made any upgrades, or you guys still found your dream kit, or what's up with that?
Nah, the dream kit is gonna cost some money. I think every artist,
Yeah.
no matter the discipline, feels that way. We started not knowing anything other than like the idea of you could make music with just a laptop and a mic, which like kind of, but not really at the end of the day. So that's what we started with, like a laptop and a mic. We had the mic against the wall with the window. The mic wasn't even facing the right direction.
Yeah.
We had
That whole thing.
We had a pop filter, the worst audio box you could get, and we were just trying to make it work.
And wondering why it didn't sound right.
Yeah, it was facing the other way.
Yeah,
Exactly.
this is trash. Like,
So then that's when we really like sat down and started thinking like, okay, we listened to the sound quality of what we were putting out, and we were like, how do we make this better? So we really started doing a lot more like in-depth research about the gear, and not just the gear, but like how to use it properly.
yeah.
And then we were just like, let's take a look at what we have, and that's what we noticed, that the mic was backwards,
Yeah.
and that we had the worst audio box imaginable for recording.
No, like I sat down and like tried to break everything down to variables. Like, okay, we need to learn about like soundproofing your room. We need to learn about what mics go well with like what audio boxes, and like we were talking right before the interview started. Like once you get into something, you realize how deep it goes.
Yeah.
Like you got like if you're really into mics, like you got to do like math. Like I'm not trying to do that,
Right.
but I'm trying to learn it just enough so our music doesn't sound trash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like you were saying, you guys started out making sound panels and stuff like that from scratch. What would you recommend for like new artists that want to get into it? What should they start off with?
I would say it really depends on what you're willing to do. Cause like we made the sound panels, but it like the amount of research that had to be done to make good sound panels, like it's not just like watch one YouTube video,
Right.
and there's a tutorial that makes it work, which like you would think there would be in this world, but there isn't. So it's like you have to watch multiple YouTube videos. There's critical thinking skills involved. Or you could just like spend $25 for 3 square feet, like save up some money and go like that. So really, I think it depends on the type of person you are.
And honestly, that might be the better move for a lot of people, because something that you also have to take into account is like the actual shape of your room. When you're sound treating a room, there's a lot more that goes into it than just like necessarily buying the actual like audio panels and stuff like that. You have to actually like see what kind of room you're in, what you're going to be doing, where do you want to set up the mic and set the panels up accordingly, where are you going to put your speakers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as far as where they should start, really and truly, I mean, I love, like he was saying, I love that idea of you just need a laptop and a mic to get started, and to an extent that's a lie, just because if you want to make good quality, it's a different story.
Because I do think any indie artist, whether it be music, whether it be camera, you need to look at your idols and see what's the quality of content they're doing and shoot for that. Like you have to shoot for that. But then if you're shooting for that, you're gonna realize, like, unless you're Steve Lacy, GarageBand isn't gonna be enough. Unless you're like naturally gifted with the camera, like with angles and lighting, that $300 camera might not be enough. That's like, it can get you far, and you should use it to the extent of its abilities. But do the research. Basically, do research. Like, I think a lot of people get into the arts because like we're at school and we're like, this sucks. I want to do something creative. But like, if you want to do it successful, like, you kind of have to put those skills to use that they teach us in school. Hopefully.
Yeah, you gotta study.
You got to study. Like, it is studying.
Right. And really, over everything, I would just say, do the research, take the time, actually learn how to use the equipment. Because beyond everything that we're saying, like we were talking about it earlier before this, but like if you can throw as much money as you want at something, but if you don't know how to use the equipment, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But if you know how to use your cheap equipment, you can make better stuff than a lot of these like people with a bunch of money putting time into it. Like, people spend
1,000%.
thousands on like studio time, but then they come out making
dog.
Yeah.
Exactly. Basically.
Yeah.
So really just take the time. Just start, the passion is really all that matters. And then develop your quality where you see it fit. If you hear the sound of your bars and you're like, I don't like this, then maybe get another mic.
Yeah.
Maybe do some research. What do you need, an audio box?
Yeah.
Or like us, find out if your mic is facing the right way.
Yeah, no, please check and make sure your mic is facing the right way.
The jump should not be, okay, I need to buy something. The jump is always, what can I do to improve the situation?
Exactly.
What you already have.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because we don't got money like that.
No.
We're young. We're working jobs here and there.
Working
out of
every day.
school. Yeah. Like,
I would say it brings out more creativity when you have less money. Because you're making do with what you have already.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So, since you guys started, how many projects have you guys released? Songs, albums, mixtapes?
So, in terms of things that are online, we have three music videos.
Yeah.
Two albums, and each album has about like 7 to 6 songs. Okay. So we're just starting to like get the ball rolling.
Yeah.
Is this on like Spotify or just YouTube?
Everything.
Yeah, we got it on all platforms.
Tell me what your distribution.
Yeah.
How's that working?
So just like the distributor we use?
Yeah, are you using like DistroKid, United Masters? Or?
So yeah, we're using DistroKid to really distribute everything. Really, there's a difference between them, between each distributor, but it's really just like a little bit of preference at a certain point. I just thought DistroKid was just like it was. I like their UI. It seemed pretty simple and straightforward to use. And they had a lot of features in there to help you through the process.
Yeah, like DistroKid is very, very like independent artist friendly, and like the reason I want to say the biggest reason we picked it is because we heard a bunch of other independent artists use DistroKid. Yeah, and like there is problems with it, but if you're starting out, it gets you where you need to go in terms of like.
Exactly.
Because the biggest thing, what's gonna happen when you first start making music that we're dealing with right now is like. People have Spotify, people have Tidal, people have SoundCloud, people have Apple Music. Like DistroKid will cover it. Yeah. Because a lot of artists like, I upload directly to Spotify, I upload directly to SoundCloud, but you just lost the listener because you don't got Apple Music. Yeah. DistroKid will cover it, and that's like in the beginning you need. Right. That's what you need. Just cover your bases.
Even when you get it though, I would really emphasize. That's probably going to be a big theme throughout all of this. This whole interview. is do your research. Because even if you decide right now that DistroKid is the one that you want, you still need to do your research on it, because there's things on it that there's little buttons you need to check, and make sure you don't check when you're uploading your music. And if you miss those, then basically everything you start putting up is going to get copyrighted, or something's going to happen, or you might not be able to actually keep your music on there. They have a little bit of a thing right there too that says, like, if you delete your DistroKid account, if you don't pay money for your actual songs to stay uploaded, they can take it all down. So these are like things that you just need to know and look at.
Bouncing off of that, I have not paid my DistroKid in a couple months, and they keep sending me emails saying they're going to take it down.
Right,
but it's still up right now.
No, yeah. I mean, again, like research, because like you could accidentally make duplicate artist pages on DistroKid like very easily. Like,
yeah.
Some like layer UI guy needs to figure, or girl like needs to figure something out.
Yeah.
But like, again, like it's making music is an art, and if you love it, and when you're in front of the mic, when you hear the beat or you're making the beat, like it's free flowing, like it's awesome, it's of the moment, right? But then all the little things, like when you're on DistroKid, like you unless you're like crazy, you're not gonna be having fun staring at DistroKid, like waiting for stuff to upload, pressing the thing. So it's like you have to do your due diligence. You have to study, or you mess up what you care about, which is the art. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
By the way, we're not sponsored by DistroKid.
No, we are not.
Yeah, not paying us.
Yeah. They need to be.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, they should be paying us. Yeah, check into that.
So what's y'all's like business model? What platforms are you guys focusing on? YouTube, Instagram, TikTok?
Okay.
I think what I want to say is that we're hitting everything equally.
Okay.
In a dream world, that is what's happening. But like, I like rapping. I don't like making TikToks.
Yeah.
Do I need to make TikToks? Yes. But like, for me personally, it's about like, what do I like? Because what I like is going to happen.
Right.
I like making music videos. Like, they take a lot of time and they're super rewarding, and they teach you about filmography and whatnot. So when we put our heads like, oh, we need to shoot a video for this, it'll happen and it'll go on YouTube. Yes. But when we say, and we have said like a bunch of times to each other, okay, we need to make TikToks. Does it happen? Not really, because I don't like it.
Yeah. But I feel that. I don't have a TikTok.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, we want to be hitting the thing that we know we can do and we have done and we'll keep doing is music videos. Like, because music videos, like, they can be clipped and put into TikTok or Twitter or Instagram Reels. Like, that can happen. But what's easiest for us is like, what can we do that's artful? And the thing that comes to mind for the people in the group at 20kBrokeland is music videos. So that's kind of really what we hit. And then, of course, just making the music.
Yeah. And then, like, if we're trying to, like, advertise and just, like, put out, like, for general updates and stuff, you can mainly find those, like, on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Just go to our page, 20kBrokeland. It's on Instagram. Twitter, we don't really use it like that on Twitter though.
Yeah.
But on Instagram, you'll find a good layout of most of the things that we're doing. If we're dropping a new video, if we're releasing a song, working on a new project, even just general updates, you'll see it there.
Okay. So, what's your next project?
So, I'm working on my solo project right now.
Okay.
So, we released our group project together. That was 20kBrokeland. That was all of us together. He released his solo project.
Yeah, sorry to report. Yeah, it sounds like we said everything. Sorry to report. Yeah.
So he has his solo project, and then I have my solo project that's getting ready to get finished and released. So we're actually gonna potentially be hearing a couple songs from that, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
That's
we'll see.
On.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah. So that's next up for. As a group, that's what's next up for us. My solo project.
And then we're also making really good progress on like a really small EP.
Yeah.
And then I've already kind of started the beginnings of my next solo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys got any guest features on this, or is it just all in-house still?
We do. There's a really good artist, Pandora.
Yeah.
That we know. That's gonna feature on the EP, and then you got some features on.
Yeah, I do. So I have a few features on my solo project too that is gonna be coming out. Not gonna disclose all of that now, but we got some people on there too that's gonna be really exciting. Me personally, like I really like having I love features. I love having just like solo songs that are just all me, but on a big project, especially in these early stages, I really want to work with more artists and get them on my songs. Just because like once you put a song out there, it's really solidified and it kind of like locks in a relationship when you make something together. So that's really what I'm trying to do.
And I think that's the benefit of 20kBrokeland too, because like I low-key hate working with other artists. Not because I think I'm like all that, because I don't think that at all. It's mostly just because, I mean, y'all are doing this too. How, like, realistically, when you meet other independent artists, can you say they're going to be reliable? Like, are they going to show up when you ask them to show up?
Right.
Like, the answer's, like, literally, like, 80% of the time,
Exactly.
no. Like, something's going to fall through. Like, everyone has their own lives.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm really glad we're doing this as a group because, like, you were talking about marketing earlier. I think the best thing for independent artists to do and what we want to do as 20kBrokeland is, like, reach out in the Atlanta community, the Metro Atlanta community, to other people doing cool stuff so we can build bonds.
Right.
And, I do want features, too. It's just, like, I don't want to deal with the hassle, like, okay, they 30 minutes late.
Oh, yeah. Right, exactly.
Like, I don't like dealing with the hassle. Like, I'm very...
And they don't show up.
Yeah, I'm
you
very,
have limited time.
Yeah, like, I don't like
just got off, like, a 9-hour shift.
Yeah,
waiting
like,
for someone to ghost you, basically.
And you feel like you need re-records. Like,
Exactly.
Can I expect this person to pull up 3 times in a row? Like, you know, the more math involved, the more complicated it gets. So, like, as a collective, we definitely want to do features. But as me as an individual, I'm a little, like, phobic to that, but it needs to happen. That's why I'm happy we're doing this together. Because if it was just me, like,
That's good.
you get, like, 4 straight albums with no features.
I would say, so we'll do a few more questions, then we'll wrap it up, start the video. But with the features, are you guys competitive? Because I know when I was doing my features, I would always try to out-rap them because I felt like I was the best. You know, I feel like you have to have that mentality when you're in hip hop.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's definitely a level of competition. There has to be.
Yeah.
I feel like that's at the heart of what.
That's the heart of the genre.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
If you're making rap, like I respect the genre so much. If you don't get a little bit competitive when you're on a song with someone, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly.
Now I will say, he gets me on a lot of songs, just because like the thing about Aventine, like he can write and write and write and write. Like I can do some rewrites, but like after a while, like this sounds good to me. Like relax. So, but you have to be competitive.
There's definitely competition, heavy competition.
Yeah.
I really don't like that wave of people coming in and they're saying it's like, oh no, I'm just here just playing around. It's like, I don't really like that wave. Like I'm really all into that. Like I'm here to like go toe to toe with like people that really want to like
improve and put out their best work.
And be the best of this shit. Like that's really what I'm trying to push for. And he was saying that I get him on something like no, this man can write. This man can write.
No, like I'm nice. Like no way about it. It's just he has more like what's it called, endurance than me. Because I love rap. I love saying I'm a rapper. Like I'm not. I understand why people say like label me an artist, but like I'm fine if you call me a rapper because it's just such a beautiful thing to be like we're poets, right? Yeah. But at the same time, what matters to me is like the ear. Like, does this song sound good? Yeah. Like I like Eminem, like some of the early stuff, but like he's so technical nowadays. Like I don't understand. I don't know how like mainstream audiences can listen to him if they're not like super rap nerds. Yeah. Because like he's getting to the point where like he's gonna murder anyone on the song, but like do I like listening to the song? Right. So like as long as for me that's the bar I want to hit, and then if he wants to keep spitting maybe
I was gonna say I don't know if you heard the song with JID. Who do you think? Have you guys heard it?
JID and Eminem.
Yeah. Have you guys heard it?
I haven't heard it, but I honestly would say like I could guarantee right now I think the JID verse is gonna sound better to me.
Yeah, they said JID killed Eminem on his own song. So
was it on Eminem's new album?
Yeah, there's one with Slim Shady and all that stuff. Yeah.
It's got some I don't remember. I think I did a couple run throughs of that album, but I don't remember the song.
I forget what it was. I know he's got Baby Tron, Big Sean.
He has Baby Tron on it?
Big Sean just put out
that's a really good song
too.
Big Sean just put out an album too. It was like put out in, it was put out in Now listen,
The Kendrick
I love
beef?
Big Sean. Yeah, it was literally. I think it was like within like a week of that beef.
Dang.
Like within like the same month or a week of that beef, he dropped his album. But it was really good. Like I listened to it. I still like play that on repeat.
I gotta listen
So
to
yeah,
it. I used to fuck with
definitely a
Big
big
Sean.
shout out to Sean. Like
Yeah,
you gotta check his shit out.
Yeah, he slept on.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wrap this up. If you guys want to give any
Okay.
advice out to anybody starting out or want to be an artist, go ahead.
Okay. Well, definitely stay true to yourself. Stay true to the music. Don't disrespect the genre. Follow your passions. Follow your heart. I mean, that's the biggest thing with 20kBrokeland. It's like we're really big about creatives wanting and doing everything they can to be creatives, be free, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and the thing about respect the genre, like, it doesn't even, if you're not even making rap, like, if you're making a house, like, respect the genre you're in, like, understand there's an entire world that you're stepping into with people that dedicated their lives to it. And also, like, as independent artists, you're going to have to reach out. You're going to have to collab with people. And it's going to be, like, you might be like me where you're a little, like, an introvert, but every time you get in the room, you're not going to regret it. Like, it's a good experience to reach out to people and cultivate relationships, because if you don't, you're going to stay at the smallest level possible. So reach out to people for sure.
Yeah, I like that. It's all about community and growing. Thank you guys for coming. We're gonna wrap this up and we'll catch you next time. All right.